In just about 1 week, Scuderia Ferrari will arrive at the 15th round of the 2024 Formula One Championship in the Netherlands, at the revamped 4.259-kilometer Circuit Zandvoort, a track that has never brought great satisfaction to the Maranello team since its return to the calendar. The prancing horse is now called to reverse a very negative trend that began right after the season's high point, the Monaco Grand Prix, where hometown hero Charles Leclerc finally triumphed in front of his home fans, while Carlos Sainz completed a great Sunday afternoon for the Italian side with a third-place finish. Until that moment, the SF24 car had shown the expected potential on track, and the performance of Red Bull, which was decidedly less stratospheric than in the recent past, suggested a very competitive 2024 Formula One campaign ahead. However, the development of the 676 project suffered a significant setback with the release of the second major aerodynamic update package of the season. From the Spanish Grand Prix to the Silverstone weekend, during the triple header, the aerodynamic package introduced at the Circuit de Catalunya was shelved, as the search of the Maranello engineers for greater aerodynamic load led to the return of the troublesome bouncing phenomenon. Despite this setback, Ferrari emphasizes the improvements over the previous season, a comparison that is inappropriate given the difficulties that accompanied the design of the SF23 single-seater and its subsequent development. For Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, the drop in performance of the SF24 was a hard blow, absorbed differently depending on their temperament and future prospects. The situation was explained by the team principal of the prancing horse himself. According to Frederic Vasseur, the performance decline of the red car was a tough hit, not only for the drivers but for the entire team. After the triumph on the streets of Monte Carlo in the Monaco Grand Prix, the following races were very disappointing. Probably some adverse circumstances worsened the overall performance of the all-red Formula One car. The French manager does not conceal Charles Leclerc's frustration, which grew after his first home victory heightened his expectations. Frederic Vasseur observes that Ferrari's performance in the championship is characteristic of highly competitive seasons, where several teams have the potential to win. However, such fluctuations can disorient both technicians and drivers, and the Monegasque driver has long hoped to fully capitalize on his talent with a consistently competitive car. Frederic Vasseur's deep understanding of the Monegasque driver plays a key role in maintaining a productive relationship. Fred Vasseur believes that ongoing discussions with Charles Leclerc help them both understand the team's situation, recognizing their successes and mistakes without assigning blame. Having worked together for years, Vasseur and Charles Leclerc know each other well and focus on resolving issues rather than pointing fingers. This reflects the French manager's core principle that responsibility should not be deflected. Everyone must give their best without fear of being blamed in case of failure. The situation is quite different for Carlos Sainz. The Spanish driver will leave the Maranello team at the end of the 2024 Formula One Championship after 4 years at the wheel of the red cars. The way Carlos Sainz was essentially let go by the Italian side could have triggered a different emotional reaction, but the Spanish driver has approached the current season with extreme professionalism. The first part of the F1 campaign was a showcase for Carlos Sainz to demonstrate his abilities and secure his future in the top tier of motorsport. Fred Vasseur has been impressed by Carlos Sainz's approach as an outgoing member, emphasizing the Spanish driver's strong mentality and consistency as crucial factors in competing for the Constructors' Championship. According to the Ferrari team boss, Carlos Sainz has shown exceptional consistency and dedication, with only 2 difficult races in his last 36, displaying a clear understanding of the car. Beyond the praise for the son of the 2-time World Rally champion, the head of the Ferrari sports management also hints that, at least in words, Ferrari still feels committed to the fight for the Formula One Constructors' Championship this year. We will soon find out if this is a hope based on solid certainties or simply a case of sunstroke in this scorching European summer. In the meantime, it is also worth pointing out that Charles Leclerc has hailed the culture change at Ferrari under Formula One team principal Frederic Vasseur and says the Maranello team is now in a better place as a result. The French manager has helmed the Italian outfit since January 2023, having been brought in to replace former team boss Mattia Binotto at the end of a season of missed opportunities in 2022. Frederic Vasseur is now midway through his second season in charge of the team, and Charles Leclerc believes the Italian side has changed for the better under his leadership. Now midway through his second Formula One season leading the team, Frederic Vasseur has brought changes that Charles Leclerc views as positive. The Monegasque believes the team has improved under Fred Vasseur's leadership, noting that people within the team now have more responsibilities, are better positioned to perform at their full potential, and feel trusted by Fred Vasseur. According to Charles Leclerc, the former Alfa Romeo team boss excels at creating an environment where individuals can perform at their best, marking a significant shift in the team's approach. The Ferrari driver says that Maranello team's recent struggles with its Barcelona aerodynamic upgrade package and a return of bouncing on its SF24 is just one example of an improved culture under the French manager. He noted that while it took 3 or 4 races, the Italian side collectively acknowledged the weaknesses in the upgrades, which may not have been as straightforward in the past. The driver believes that the team is now in a better position, having made significant progress over the last 7 to 8 months prior to Barcelona. He emphasized that the updates for the Spanish Grand Prix were an isolated issue, and the team has been honest in recognizing its mistakes, which gives him confidence that they will get back on track. Aside from Fred Vasseur's positive influence, Charles Leclerc also revealed the added pressure of operating under intense media scrutiny, a pitfall of being F1's most recognizable and prestigious team. The Ferrari driver acknowledged that being Ferrari means that any issue within the team tends to create more disruption compared to other teams. He emphasized the importance of staying focused during such moments, filtering out external noise, learning from the experience, and turning it into something positive. However, he also expressed hope that such challenging situations would not occur too frequently. Asked about technical director Enrico Cardile's departure to Aston Martin, the Monegasque driver says he has complete trust in Fred Vasseur to handle the loss. The driver expressed complete confidence and trust in the decisions being made by the Ferrari team principal, particularly regarding recent changes within the team. While acknowledging that Enrico Cardile's departure has left a gap, he remains confident that the French manager, although not intending to stay as interim technical director for long, will manage the situation effectively. He believes that the Maranello team's overall strength lies in the group rather than any single individual, and is confident that this situation, which needs to be resolved quickly, is being handled well by Frederic Vasseur. Ferrari started life under the current regulations as a regular contender for race wins, but a resurgence from both McLaren and Mercedes has seen the team slip to running as the 3rd or 4th fastest car on most weekends. The team has a 79-point cushion over 4th-place Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship, thanks in part to George Russell's disqualification in Belgium. This means that if recent form is anything to go by, Ferrari will be hard-pressed to hang on to 3rd place despite the expectations of fighting for the title.